Next one is split testing is the only way to guarantee better marketing results. And it's also called A and B testing, but it rarely gets done. So it's the thing that people just try stuff and then say, oh, it didn't work, but then they just leave it as it is rather than actually make any changes. So for example, if I'm going to do a website, if I'm doing a new website, if I've got a landing page or something like that, if I'm doing anything with a website, I shouldn't just produce one design and then just leave it like that and hope it gets better. It will not get better without split testing. So the way to decide what actually works is by split testing it, having one design with different call to actions for a day, a week, however long you want to test it for, and then try a different one. This percentage above on this image is basically means bounce rate. The bounce rate is anybody that lands on your website and leaves without doing anything. So I've done it before where I've split tested landing page in terms of which one's got the smallest bounce rate and which one actually makes somebody click on something else to continue into the other parts of the website. But I wouldn't know what works, what language works, what call to action works better without split testing. Same thing with kind of email. So obviously these are the exact same email, but if you're sending emails out, what you should really do is split your list into three: 10%, 10%, and 80%. You send each of these emails to one of the 10% lists. So you split them out between the two, send those emails out, then maybe the next day, however long you want to leave it for, which one got the most clicks? Not opens. Opens isn't great to record because people open stuff sometimes that actually just unsubscribe. But which one got the most clicks through to your website? If you're using any email sending software, will tell you this. That then tells you which one you should send to the rest of the 80% of your list. So then you're avoiding hitting and hoping that the language you're using is working. For example, these two are just simple written emails, but people actually prefer the click here for something. People like to be told what to do in marketing. So anytime you say click here instead of a link, that works better. I wouldn't know that if I hadn't split tested, and that's how you need to. That's what you need to split test yourself. Adverts. So say you've got two adverts. So these adverts here are exactly the same offer, but they've done it differently. It's 28% and or £1,000 off. If there's any guesses, I would say that everybody always prefers the money. The only way you can say how much they've made out. People hate doing maths. So if you got the 28%, that's quite a weirdly specific number that people have got to work out. But £1,000 you can easily understand. The ironic thing is the 28% offer is actually more of a discount than the £1,000 off, which I found out. So, but again, they wouldn't know that unless they split tested it. So if it's an online ad, you can easily rotate things. I'll try to do some stuff like that later. Or if it's a press ad or something like that, you can negotiate with them to show one ad for a certain amount of time or in a certain amount of issues and the other one in another certain amount. And you can do things like put call tracking numbers on them, which you can easily Google them. It's basically you charge a couple of penny per minute to. You have a system where you can log in and it tells you how many people have phoned a number, but that number obviously redirects to your main line of your office or wherever you normally want people to call. But you can tell how many phone numbers have come from that piece of advertising.